Well, good morning. I survived yesterday, no problem. Still a little sore in a couple of spots, but as I say, it looks a lot worse than it is. I was surprised how much they had to dig around in there because they were just little spots. But it's just an example of don't spend so much time in the sun. Use that sunscreen and stuff, folks, all right? Anyhow, what's going on? I hear that Trump's got a possibility of going to jail. But then, the some of the analysts sat down and said, the difficulty in putting Trump in jail, he has an armed detachment of Secret Service guards that have to be with him. He cannot be put into a jail cell with other prisoners. He would have to go in isolation, which would drive him far more insane than he already is. But that's life in general. Uh, I don't care. My objective in life is to see him in an orange jumpsuit before I die. I think that would be quite appropriate for that fat bastard. But, you know, who knows? Um, Nothing else was going on. I did this real fast, got on the air because it was getting late and I wanted to get this done before some medicine or something kicks in and I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Which is, hey, listen, that's preferably normal for me, not knowing what I'm doing. Uh, oh, I figured out that's introduction music. Once it's done, it's done. You just have to wait about. You click on it, walk out of the room, click on my videos, walk out of the room for about a minute and a half, and the music will be gone. And I don't think it comes back. Keep trying to test it. It's difficult. I don't know why, but it is. It says one of the first headlines is, it's safe to say that Trump still has no idea how inflation works. Well, that's true. Trump doesn't know anything about anything. He had money, so he paid people to do what he wanted them to do. Um, he's been able to do that for a great many years. Even when he was president of the United States, he used money to get people to do what he wanted them to do. He doesn't really. Well, I think you understand that he doesn't really care about this country. He wants this country to be his country, literally. He wants everybody to bow down to him and everything. So, you know, it's going to be fun. And then here's that one I was looking for. Marjorie Taylor Greene has said that she's going to call for a vote on the ouster of Michael Johnson as the Speaker of the House. The Democrats have said they will already support him. So this could be real fun, you know, because Marjorie doesn't have a lot of real support. She has people that like to sit around and watch the fun and get her to do things that they don't have the balls to do themselves. But I don't think that's going to suffice this time. I think it's quite possible that she's going to get her ass kicked. And maybe now they'll get rid of her. I don't know whether they can or not, but they say she's coming from a very strange district, which I will definitely go along with if they put her in office. But it's so mixed up that that's how she got in. I mean, it's just people can't figure out what they want to do. They're unhappy. Um, and I'm looking at the college protests. Okay, they called them riots back in my day. All right. This isn't the first ones I've seen. This isn't the first time I've seen Columbia, Princeton, or Yale students taking over administration building or something like that. You know, it's not the first time I've seen the police ordered in. Now you have to understand that the police that are being ordered in are police that have been trained in terrorism tactics and to fight terrorism, and they really haven't had a lot of opportunity to practice this crowd control situation, which is you know they don't know what they're doing, and they're going in there and they're using these really rough tactics on people, figuring that'll discourage them. What's happening is that they're not so much getting discouraged as getting a lot of free publicity. Now, I'm not so sure that there are other issues that I think they could protest and deal with, and they probably will after the election, and then they'll get shot. But it's just Trump's way of responding to protests and whatnot. But I'm not a big supporter of anybody over there, you know. I mean, as I said before, they've been fighting since the time or whatever, a long time. And they fight about, there's a lot of it is tribal, you know. They don't like each other. Now, supposedly governments have been over there have been able to bring people together, but Palestine isn't really a country. Palestine is a people. And they feel that they were displaced by Israel, and Israel feels that they were displaced originally by the Arabs, you know, and persecuted and everything else. And Christians persecuted them too because they were supposedly they did the crucifixion of Christ. That's why I don't get into religion. You know, you're fighting. That's a religious war over there. I don't care what anybody says. That's like the Crusades. That's a religious war, and nobody ever wins those wars. You know, it's a fact of life. Nobody ever wins those wars. They'll just go away and come back. It's like, okay, let's take a look at Afghanistan. You know, in Afghanistan, we went in there and we defeated the Taliban. The Taliban just disappeared, all right, for a while. Then the Taliban said, oh, we're going to behave ourselves. If you guys leave the country, don't worry, we're going to behave ourselves. Well, these people can't be trusted. You know, I mean, they lie. They're going to do what they want to do. They have their own agenda. And Americans always fall for that, you know, negotiations. We had, like at one point in time, we had defeated the Viet Cong in Vietnam. They were gone. They were defeated. So now we were dealing with the regular North Vietnamese army. They weren't any better than us. We were just, by that time, tired of war. We wanted out of there. They knew it. They knew how to force the issue, you know. And that was that. We pulled out. And that they haven't really turned into that horrible a country yet. You know, they're, what is it? Apple is going to start manufacturing in that. It says China won't let them manufacture in China. They're going to go over to Vietnam and do it there. So they're smart enough to know how to manipulate, you know, and get what they want. What else is going on here? Oh, the House votes to remove wolves from the endangered list. That's a mistake. It'll take them about 2 years to slaughter everyone that's out there. And they're a beautiful, beautiful animal. And right now, you've got half the dogs and like huskies and everything else all have wolf in them. You know, they're called wolf dogs. And there's tons of them. In some states you can't have them, you know. Because they're prone to, they have to be very well trained and disciplined, and they have to really, if they are, they tend to be one owner dogs, they're not really. So they're sociable with a lot of dogs because they're a pack animal, but they're not sociable with people. Oh, excuse me, other than their owners, you know? So that's not really a good idea. But I don't think they should kill them, you know? There are a lot of animals that kill wildlife. There's cougars, there's hawks, there's, you know, it's part of life. It's a, how do I put it? It's a, it's just, it's the way it is. I mean, you know, you're gonna have this all the time, you know. Let's see. What else? I can't see anything else going on right now. So I'll let you get, when you stop laughing, you might want to watch this video. You know, if you just look at my face and it's, oh, what happened to him? There's 3 spots on my face and 1 on my back that they operated on. This one up on top, this one here, was a little tiny dot. And it took them almost an hour and something. It took them an hour and something to get that all out of there. The rest of the stuff they just burned out real quick, and it was over. And 45 minutes later for all the other 3. So, and you have to understand something. The most painful thing about this is the shot that they give for the to put the painkiller, the anesthesia into you. You know. That sucker hurts like a mother. But the surprising thing is it hurt real bad up here, hurt a little bit over here and over here, and then they got to the back and I didn't feel a thing. I got a dead spot in my back. Most people will say that's not the only spot that's dead on you, Jeff. There's a lot more than that. Lucy's very upset about everything, but as you should suspect, but she's doing okay. All right, this is Wednesday. We're going to see what's going on, and I have to do some reading and catching up because my mind went completely blank yesterday with the anesthesia and everything. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.